Man, that's annoying. All right. Hello, and what else? What else is gonna happen? Hello, and welcome to another one line of code. Hi, Mojo, you indeed are first, and Scott, you are first +1. Oh, hi, and hello. Let me get my camera refreshed and using the right source and all of the fun stuff. My head is looking a little blocky today, and you like my haircut. Awesome. Let's go with this one. Camera's not available. You're not available. Okay, let's do this. I push this button here. I go to here. We push this button here. Change this to turn off. Right click, add video capture. Don't do that yet. Whoa. Scoot you here. There needs to be a way to shrink this. Keeping the center the same. All right, we're gonna have to do this in multiple places, but for now, I will center horizontally. And that should be good enough. Should be good enough. So then we'll take this, put you there, push this button. Why does that still? Oh my goodness. This. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Anything? Anything? Whoa, that's not me. Whatever that was. Oh man. Okay, here's what we're gonna do instead. I will completely exit out of this. Go away. We will go to this. Come on. Come on. My goodness. Now I'm an umbrella. Oh. Not just any umbrella, an umbrella. Where's XSplit? Are you XSplit? I think you're XSplit. Exit. Okay, restarting XSplit. VCam. I might have to go and start unplugging some cables and replugging them in and having fun with that. I wonder what OBS is going to be like today if all this is happening. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. You got this. It's trying really hard. Love to hear you though. Yeah, it's kind of cool that my microphone is working at least. Hey. All right, this thing says my camera is working and ta-da. Okay, hi, oh wow. I am not centered. Okay, hello, and welcome to another One Lion of Code. I am One Lion. And today is Friday, and as you know on our stream on Fridays, we do Community Day. How do we do Community Day? Nobody knows. It's up to you to decide. First of all, we need to make sure the bot is running, because if it's not, then we don't get electricity. It it is running. Wow. Which one of you is the bot? You are the bot. Okay. Refresh. Connect to chat. I have no idea if it's connecting to chat. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop the bot and restart it, because I have no idea what's connected and what is not. And by not, I mean not. Scott, I need to get the bot up and running first. Well, let me show you my desktop so that you know when the bot is actually up. Turn towards me, microphone. All right, there is a very, very, very slim possibility that I will be interrupted. I don't think it'll happen, but just so you know, it's possible. And I mean, stop the stream kind of interrupted. And if we do, it'll be super sudden and nobody will know what hit them. Yes, Big Gamey says, I'm hoping to be interrupted on Monday when they deliver my new CPU. That's gonna be so awesome. Oh man. Like, it's really cool getting the new CPU and all. The thing that I would enjoy doing is installing it. I really, really, really don't like messing with hardware, but having the CPU and that being the only thing that you need, it's really exciting when you get it and you get it installed and it's working. Okay, bot is up and our tree should be working. Yeah, I do too. Definitely, because it sounded like you have a good graphics card. It sounded like you have a decent amount of RAM. So it really does sound like your CPU is the thing that is bottlenecking your stream at minimum. Okay, so let's talk about Community Day. This is Community Day, where I have a voice channel in Discord that we will use in order for your lovely voice to be carried onto the stream should you choose to do so. Just know that this stream is recorded and I post my streams to YouTube, the VODs of my streams to YouTube. So if you aren't comfortable with your voice being posted on the YouTubes, then probably don't join the voice channel, but you're definitely welcome to still chat with us. Don't need that. Via the text chat, and I'll do my best to pay attention to it. Yeah, it's an older Intel, but it's the most I can upgrade with the motherboard that I have. So while your case is open, you may as well take the time to spray it out, air spray, etc. Start my virtual camera. Go down here, turn on my camera so that if you do happen to join our Discord, hop into any of the voice channels and I'll pull you into the stream room where your voice, like I said, will carry over. Your name will appear way up there at the very top right, top left of your screen. This is my right, top left of your screen. And we'll know when you're talking, when I'm talking, etc. The things that we do on Community Day are discuss technology topics, things that are relevant to this channel's content. So one thing that I've been doing a lot personally is playing around with AI. So for example, we have the Automated Realms bot, which is the way that I am powering the text generation is I am using Ooba Booga's text gen web UI. Some good place to start for ASP.NET Web API. Ooh, that's a good topic. We can definitely talk about that in 20 seconds. But Automated Realms is running on a machine that's over there, and it's using TextGen Web UI from Ooba Booga, and I'm running a local model. Right now it is the Blokes OpenOrca, 7 billion parameter. So introduce yourself. So this is Automated Realms. He's a helpful and humorous AI designed to assist with Twitch chats. I'm here to make your conversations more enjoyable and informative, so he says. Most of the time he just lies to us. I mean it. And what pronouns should we use when addressing you? You, it, or they. But I'm also comfortable with he or she. Awesome. Definitely cool. I guess the other thing that I wanted to do is do my stream announcement in Discord. Since the starting of the stream is still broken, I am wanting to take Broken Sword's code and integrate it into this bot. As you can see, I've started my placeholder. And again, he's already done all this amazing work on the Discord bot, so I'm just going to reuse his code and put it into this project. Okay. So there was a question-ish that says some good place to start ASP.NET Web API. So Web API specifically is fairly simple to get into and get started with. There are some quirks to minimal API project template stuff that you probably would benefit from a tutorial, either video tutorial or text tutorial, however you learn best. So let's see if we can find you some resources for that. But are you familiar with any other .NET project types? Astral Conqueror, the 7th. The game said, yeah, I built it 5 years ago, but I only need it to last about 12 to 18 more months until I hopefully move and buy a new PC. That sounds cool. Yeah, I've started with Web API. Okay, so Web API will be your first project template that you're following. And you're started with using clean architecture. Good, that's cool. I was going to make it analogous to other project types depending on what you had experience with, but it sounds like this is going to be your first .NET web development experience. So I'm sure you've gone through the whole new project process then. And then you've gotten to the point where you could choose whether to use minimal API. Sample API or not. So you can use controllers, which has an info bubble that just took forever to show up. So using controllers, I mean, you could still use minimal API and controllers, but if you check this box, then it will template your project. It'll scaffold your project, I should say, with a more MVC style architecture, or MC style architecture, because you won't have a view since it's an API. But if you uncheck this, then they will give you a sample endpoint and what's called minimal API, which doesn't use controllers. It just uses a whole bunch of use endpoint and simple ways in your program.cs to set up your API endpoints. And it's still very powerful. It's called minimal API, but you can do a lot with it. You can do authentication, you can do response types, compression, all of that stuff, even using minimal API, even though that sounds like it should have less functionality because of the naming, but it really is just as powerful. I prefer using controllers. I think it's easier to separate your code and to understand what's going on. I think the other thing you get for free is Swagger. Does it scaffold Swagger for you? It scaffolds it. Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you've already gotten pretty far if you're already understanding what all that means. So if we hop into program.cs, we should see SwaggerGen UI, or Swagger UI, and SwaggerGen. Perfect. Perfect. So then there you go. That really is it. Now you have an application that you can deploy where you can create controllers that will turn into your endpoints. Just follow the example that they've given you. And this is one of the coolest things. Have you already learned about using these HTTP files? So think about these HTTP files as Postman. There you go. Thank you, Mojo. Also, yeah, if you couldn't tell, I purposefully avoided clicking the authentication thing. I hate authentication. I'm not 100% comfortable with doing authentication with API endpoints. So I don't want to talk about it, but I would want to find you a resource for it so that you would still be able to learn about doing authentication with your API. I work predominantly on full web applications with a UI where maybe the server side of it is an API backend, but it uses why can't I think of their name? Duende Identity Server, because that's what it's scaffolded with before. And so what we're going to do on this stream eventually is we're going to recreate the project using .NET 8 as an example to see what they do with authentication and how it differs from the OpenAI, the Duende Identity Server implementation that they used to have. Like, is it going to be easy to still use my same user store, which is currently done in a database? Is it still going to be just as easy to have that be my authentication provider? So we'll figure it out. And it'll be cool. But let's see if we can find you some resources, because that's as far as I can get with that. Do you prefer video resources or written or both, or it doesn't matter? Doesn't matter. Well, Microsoft Learn is definitely a good place to go for this stuff, especially if they have Learn modules. So let's actually go directly to there to see if they have Learn modules on Web API. We'll call it Web API Identity. Identity includes both authentication and authorization. I am using Chrome for this one, but I use a mix of them. I use Firefox for some things. I use Brave for others. This is just Chrome. I colored it, my company colors. But yeah, you can just customize it. If you couldn't tell, I really, really like using this color scheme. This is my bots UI. Although we didn't use it for the financial management tracker. Speaking of, the project that we were doing on the stream is called the Financial Management Tracking application, and it's an application meant for people to manually enter their personal finances, their financial transactions. And we did it so that we could show what it would be like creating an application for a client. Since I used to be able to stream my actual day job, and then I got a new job and I couldn't stream my day job anymore, I was like, I still want to stream Blazor. I still want to stream a project that is production quality. And so we started working beginning to end on a financial management tracker application. You can definitely check out the previous videos for it, which are long. They're 2-hour videos each, and it's just me taking the stream, dumping it to YouTube, but you can see it on my YouTube channel. But I got sidetracked because I wanted to play with our bot. I wanted to add a game to our bot, which, by the way, our bot is done in Blazor. And so I added this archery game. Dang it. I added this archery game. Hi, Napalm. Where you redeem it. Right now it only costs 1 point. And you do exclamation point shoot or pew. Putting in an angle. And a draw force between 0 and 100. Pew. Oh, I missed. 5. Bang. 53. Yes. Cool. And there you go. And then the bot does this thing. Hello, Napalm. Napalm says, hey. Today on as the unit test turns. Oh, today on as the unit test turns. Hate when an MS library requires me to write a wrapper for something so I can test around it. Could you start using intercepts for things that you used to have to write wrappers around? I haven't been using them myself. I've really wanted to play around with them a lot more lately, but our application is still stuck in .NET 7. Yeah, me either. But guys, I'm looking for an actual module. Not you guys. You guys are great. I'm asking the search. I'm looking for an actual learn module or path that would give more information about authentication in .NET Web APIs. Because this is one of the best ways that I learn, which is to go through a learn module, step by step, follow what they tell me to do, and then try to do it myself without looking at the module as much as I can, try to recreate it, and then do it again until I don't have to reference the module to do all of the steps again, and then try to modify it for things that I'm wanting. Ocelot. He got his hands chopped off. Spoiler alert. Anyway, Napalm said, I don't know much about intercepts, me either. I'm just doing the mocking things as you do and failing. I don't fail, ever. I just run into situations where I need to try again. Anyway, so Astral, sorry, I said Astral. One of the first places I would go for any .NET project specific things are the Microsoft Learn or Microsoft Docs, which is now Microsoft Learn. And gosh, like I had better search results from just doing a regular search than trying to find an actual Learn module. Little web app that authenticates and calls a web API. We want to know how to authenticate the web API. Oh, yeah. So then the one drawback is they will, because of course they have products that will handle these things for you, they will push those products first. So it does take some digging to find out how can I do this when I am hosting the API myself and not in Azure. But if you are using Azure to host, then definitely their docs will give you all of the information that you need. Yeah, here we go. How to use identity to secure a web API backend for SPAs, and it's using .NET 8. Why do you say ASP.NET Core 8? You should just say .NET 8. If you're building brand new apps, by the way, definitely target .NET 8. If you have to support legacy applications, there are quite a few differences if you're in anything .NET 5 and before, I would say. .NET 6, 7, and 8 are a lot closer to each other than .NET 5 to .NET 6, and of course .NET 5 to .NET 3, .NET Core 3. Yeah, so this looks fairly simple. Builder.services.add authorization. This is what you would typically see in a .NET application that has identity. And then if you want to use things like the built-in roles or authorize attribute, then this will also give you that. And then add identity API endpoints. An identity user is going to be a model. So identity user is given to you for free from the Microsoft Identity library, but you can customize it, you can extend it, and then add your own properties to it so that you can add things to the token essentially that you get back, add claims. And then this is using DB context. This would be perfect for me. So this is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. It's just I want to do it in a way that doesn't use Duende Identity Server. As right now it's fine for me because I am not a large company. I don't make more than however much the minimum is. I don't have many users. Any users actually. And since it's all dev anyway, I don't have to pay for Duende Identity Server. However, if I am going to implement other authentication type stuff for other clients in the far future, then I would want to know how to do it without relying on Identity Server. So yeah, this looks like a really good resource for that. So I'm going to keep this. This is one of the main reasons I really like looking up resources for people that ask in chat, because I end up finding stuff that I want and I find helpful. See how high my shoulders get when I say that? And higher until my neck cramps. Save it there. Okay, odd stuff. Done. So that's going to be good. That's a really good find. Napalm is saying, I practice failure-driven development, or FDD. Yes. This idea is interesting. Thanks for the tip. Interceptors might be the right way, or a way. Yeah, it's definitely a way that I'm hoping would make it more simple to only override or intercept the methods that you're not testing, so that the methods that you are testing are the only ones that get tested. And then you don't need to do mock, you don't need to do the other thing that you said above, wrappers. I just forget how to use them and where they are used. So, but I'm pretty sure Nick Chapsis has a really good video on interceptors. And of course, Mads Torgerson. Or was it Mads Christensen? I don't remember which of the Mads had the video that I'm thinking of. But I definitely watched it, this one, of course, on my personal account. This is my stream account. Oh, geez, Nick. You're loud. Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you on these weird faces. Okay, now you're paused. Interceptors are really cool, though. They're, for those of you that don't know, I wouldn't be able to explain it very well anyway because I don't know enough about it. Interceptors are a way for you to be able to have any class, any method in that class, and when you call that method, instead of that method getting fired, you have a custom method that will be fired instead. Scott says, I'm doing interceptors right now. If you want to correct me on terminology or make it even more clear, then please do. But essentially, you have this method, and instead of performing this body, you would have your own method that you add your own body to. I just heard interceptor, didn't hear what you said. You add your own body to, and then when you call example.myMethod, it would call your implementation instead of the one from that class. Let's see if we can find the... Yeah, it's got some really fun syntax, but I'll share this video. Yeah, that's the same as I do. Cool, good. So I did describe it somewhat correct. Copilot model is lagging here. Boo. So our company finally got, the client that I am working with finally got Copilot company-wide. I'm just a contractor and they have actual developer employees. But anyway, they got it company-wide, and so now I'm able to use Copilot on their products, on the product that we're creating for them. And it's still kind of like we don't even have Copilot, because I'll type code and I'll wait for that half second that you're like, okay, Copilot, what do you think I should put here? Or you wait that half second and it gives you something. Well, I wait that half second and I get nothing. So then I start typing the next thing and I'm like, okay, maybe now. And then I just end up typing the whole thing and then I get a suggestion afterwards. It's like, I'm just gonna keep writing the code the way that I write the code. Oh no, I lost my ears. Stop it. Did we lose music when I lose my ears? President Usher says, I use GitHub Copilot chat much more than using it in the source window. Awesome. So do you actually have GitHub Copilot chat open on the side like this, or do you mean in line with alt-whack? Thank you for connecting. Cool, we still have music. But you have it on the left. I usually have way too many files open. Oh, just in time for this song too. I love this song. Hello, Thindle! Ladies and gentlemen, Thindle has entered the house. If you do not know Thindle, you should definitely check him out. He's a .NET developer as well, or streams .NET development. I mean, definitely check out everyone in chat, just because they're cool people. But Thindle actually streams. I didn't greet you, Zulius, did I? Hello, Zulius. I hope I didn't ignore you. You just waved, and I meant to say hello. My bag. But anyway, yeah, Thindle. Thindle looks like this.
Wait, how the heck does that work? Because that should be
Good question.
a bunch. Okay. Oh, they're the wrong status. Here we go. See, there's nothing there. I need to find something that's in these order statuses. Oh crap. Let's modify this query.
That's not a query, that's data.
Order.
Wait. Usually there are punchlines to clips. That was just a clip of Thindle doing work. I had to open the query. But yeah, anyway, if you are interested in seeing real, like for real .NET development, not just the weird stuff that I do on this channel, check him out. Modernizing.legacy.NET framework applications, needing to use intermediate libraries essentially while he's upgrading the projects. And then he's pretty much just showing us how much effort and how much fun it is to modernize legacy applications, which is one of my favorite things to do. I think the punchline was me not understanding what the heck was going on. Nah. So anyway, that's Thindle. Check him out. Usually streams on Tuesdays. Tuesdays? Tuesdays. Saturdays. Tuesdays and Sundays. Tuesdays and Saturday Sundays. Tuesdays. And sometimes on the weekend. On rare occasions. Okay, so phone lines are open. Today's community day, so if you are interested, feel free to hop into a voice channel. We can have a voice discussion related to content on our channel. I will maybe start having a new type of discussion thing. So normally what I do is I just go with the flow. We go with whatever comes up, talk about it, let the conversation move around, which is cool. I love that. I don't like forcing things in a specific direction, but I'm starting to want to do I don't know what to call it, a mind exercise series for anyone who really likes to ideate, to come up with out there concepts and just dream. I love dreaming. I love dreaming big. And create topics around what would it be like if. So last week I started trying to talk about in an informal way, what is the future of software development as it relates to the way that AI is. Yes, exactly. ENTPs are extremely welcome to this party. Yes, please. You guys are crack. I'm just an ideas guy. But that's what I want. I want ideas. I want, what would it be like if? So, for example, last Friday, as I was saying, we were talking about what would it be like in the future when AI becomes more prevalent, more robust, easier to use, easier to put on any kind of device. What would happen to developers? What would it look like doing software development in the future? And just throwing all else out the window, practicality even, and just kind of coming up with, this is what it could be like. But the more interesting topic, I think, is what is the future of computing? What does it look like to do computing in the future? There was a video on the History channel 1998 with the one futurist dude that everyone knows that I can never remember his name. And he's like, I see the future as you don't have like an operating system, you don't have screens, you're just more talking to your computer in natural language. I think quantum computing will be the big disruptor. I'd like to talk about that. I mean, if you have thoughts, again, they can be opinions, they don't have to be well informed. I want this to be a free-flowing idea kind of discussion. Just don't try to sell people on ideas that you have that aren't well informed, if that makes sense. Like, I want to discuss your ideas. I don't want you to try to convince people that you're right. I hope that makes sense. Then again, how would people get their talks of ticks without screens? Exactly. That would be one of the major topics that I really want to discuss. I'm really, really excited about that. Streaming. What does streaming look like? So once we determine what the possibilities are, and that'll continue on forever because there are unlimited possibilities. What are the possibilities for the future of computing, for the future of interacting with your productivity applications, your entertainment applications? What do applications even mean? What do they look like? And then we still have artistic people, we still have creatives, we still have people that will want to stream in some way. What does streaming look like? And I have some ideas on it, but that kind of stuff will turn into radio. That kind of stuff I want to allow you to answer before talking about any of my ideas, because I know my ideas. I want to know yours. So those types of topics are always open, but I might do it in a more formal way where I pick a specific one and then we discuss that heavily. But as for today, any topic is open. And yeah, if you feel like using voice, hop into a voice channel. If you don't, feel free to continue chatting in the chat. So quantum computing is a great one though. It's a little bit, we need to figure out ways in order to do more accurate quantum computing and require less extremes. What are the words that I'm trying to find? So right now you need extreme temperatures in order for quantum computing to work well. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, a lot of energy, a lot of stuff that we can't really control very well on Earth. Yeah, and again, Zulius, that's the topic that I really tried to get into last week, because I don't think it's going to be fewer jobs. My thought is it's going to be different jobs. So it's how are we going to adapt to the different types of work? And in order to know more about that, or to theorize more about that, or postulate, probably want to paint a picture of what jobs would look like in the future, or what jobs would be available. There's talk about it being 5 to 10 years before the extremes are tamed. Not sure how accurate that is though. One thing that might be cool, and again, random ideas, it would be cool if we were able to use space or other planets to power our quantum computers. So take our quantum computers that require specific temperatures, put them up in space, keep them on the shadowed side of the Earth, however that's done. Like, it's so much easier to orbit a planet than it is to stay at a fixed position behind the sun, you know, so that the earth is blocking it from the sun's rays. And then let space cool the system. Problem is there's still a ton of radiation in space. So yes, quantum computers on Corpulu sector. Nice. I'm afraid room temperature superconductors and quantum computers are the same. Yeah. What is this voodoo magic? I have a red dot. Oh. That's something that I still haven't. I actually dropped that for a while. So the red dot that you're seeing, Twitch, and Big Amy might know some people that actually have implemented this, but there's an extension, I was going to say plugin, called Heat Map. And what Heat Map does is it allows you guys to click on the screen anywhere, and then somehow, like through WebSockets or something, I will be able to get that click data. And so what I'm planning on doing is enhancing our archery game to somehow allow you to use clicking. So your character shows up and you have a target that also appears. And instead of needing to type !shoot with an angle and a magnitude. Oh my goodness. You got it. Anyway, instead of needing to type stuff into chat, you could click. My red dot disappeared and I was clicking so much. Is that a thing? Does a red dot eventually disappear? I'm clicking too much. Don't know. Inception. Look at him dance. Click, 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 click. Yay, let's do the wave. Guys, you're too slow. This is a very, very slow wave. All right, anyway, that's gonna give me a heart attack. I'm clicking on my forehead. Yeah, so we'll be able to get click detection, and maybe I will be able to use whatever processing I can to say, all right, where exactly on the stream did you click? But maybe we can do stuff like adjust the angle of the arrow by clicking on the screen, or the magnitude by clicking somewhere behind the archer, whatever happens. But that's something that I dropped and forgot about. Time to get a Python auto clicker. Yes. And that's the thing, I wouldn't have any problems with you using bots or whatever kind of processing you want to do on the video to win at the archery game, because right now there's no like top score, there's no competition type stuff. Did you have to create the attribute? Oh, anyone? Kind of hard to understand. Anyway, did you have to create the attribute? You don't have to create the attribute yourself. I posted, thank you so much for the follow, by the way, Nefine. Nefine? The video that I posted, he shows an example usage of it and he talks about the attribute itself. So here is the attribute being used. Intercepts location. Really cool. I'm pretty sure the intercepts location is built in. You have to use compiler services, it looks like. Okay, anyway. Is there anything further? Different jobs, yes. But in the interim, we need to find new types of jobs to replace the old ones that have been replaced or greatly reduced by AI. I agree that that would be something beneficial to do, but I honestly don't think companies think that way. They don't care about transforming the workforce, transforming the types of jobs that people do. And I'm saying this in a broad, general way. This doesn't apply to every company, but it seems like the only thing that matters is being able to save money so that you can make more money as a company. That's what companies care about. Wait, why is Thindle, your bot is not allowed because of a previous ban. So your bot, first of all, has to be able to redeem archery. And then second, it needs to not be banned in my chat. It's banned because I have a shared ban list. And there is at least one person on that shared ban list that doesn't like having bots in their channel. What to do? I don't exactly know how to allow it. I'm not naming names. You do have to create the attribute. Like, you need to define the attribute yourself and not just use it from compiler services. So this isn't a static class. Extensions. I have some static class stuff in here. And it needs to be public static. And then whatever your method that you're trying to intercept is, you give this the same signature essentially, but any name you want. So we're just going to do void some other method intercepted. Intercepts location. Intercepts location. Interesting. System runtime compiler services. And it really isn't a part of system runtime compiler services. So you made this attribute yourself? I need to listen to this video again, apparently. Yeah, no, he just used it directly from... Yeah, he just used it. So maybe there's a package that we need. C#12. C#12. It's not a .NET 8 feature. It's a C#12 feature. Do we just do 12 or 12.0? Look at it crash. Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, like, again, watch his video because, I mean, it's amazing, first of all. And second, it's more informative than me just poking around. I think you need to define your intercepts in code. Yeah, you definitely need to define the intercepts themselves in code. Oh, just 12. Well, that didn't break anything. It definitely... I'm going to have to reconnect to chat, though. I don't know what latest actually is. Is 12 in preview or not? Because this is definitely in preview. And maybe he goes into the setup of features interceptor preview. Yeah, Lang version preview. This was 6 months ago. So if 12 is out, then we should be able to use it. Maybe we need to know more about it. Maybe. It gave me a message. Haha. My pull requests have been approved. Except it's going to take a little bit more work because other people merged before me. Thanks, guys. I feel like the only thing that I do on our team anymore is review people's PRs, and no one ever reviews mine. It takes pulling teeth to get my PRs reviewed. Anyway. Talks are all over the place. Gotta love preview features. So yeah, maybe the actual interceptors is still in preview. Receptors preview. Anything? Nothing. Still. And I wonder if you have to be in Visual Studio Preview as well, or on a .NET Preview. But it said here he was in .NET 8 proper, right? Yeah, full .NET 8, not .NET 8 Preview. And then Lang version preview, interceptors preview. I don't know, man. Interesting, Scott. Scott's postulation is it was a preview, but they most likely removed it, so .NET 8 users must make it manually. I could believe it, though. Why would you have to make your own interceptors manually? Lang version preview, features interceptors preview, which I did. Let me stop the app. And then build. Go away, bot. You're in the way. Does anyone know how to install the preview version of an existing Visual Studio extension? No. No. No clue. Check your settings for extensions. Automatically check, load. Additional extension galleries. Preview features. Oh, no idea. Mojo just says yes. Is that in response to Thindle? Or the attribute hasn't yet been included in .NET 8, consequently we need to declare it manually within the project under System Runtime Compiler Services namespace. Yes to Thindle. Using writer anyway, so I don't care. Napalm. That doesn't mean that you're not crazy. It just means that you are correct in this, that attributes needed to be, the attribute needs to be created yourself. I'm crazily correct. Intercepts location, still no. Maybe I just typed it incorrectly. Lang version preview, features, interceptors preview. Nope, spelled correctly. Oh, wait. This is actually telling you how to declare it. But you're not actually writing the body of the interceptor? Of the intercept's location? How does that work? Like, this is fine and all, but you aren't actually declaring a body. You're just pretty much making a method stub for the interceptor's location attribute, but not defining what it does. It's just a marker that the compiler reads during compilation, making it irrelevant to set values for runtime. What? I guess maybe you have the default constructor. So you're declaring the class, and then it's generating a file path, line, and character property using the, whatever this is called, syntax. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's see if, like, when was this article? Because we might be able to use it now. That was November 14th. And when was .NET Conf? It'll get questioned in a code review anyway. But I mean, it's good because that means that dialogue will be had about using the latest .NET features. What he said. President Usher said what? When? Where? How far up do I have to scroll? So blind. Nuclear fusion. Oh man, I did not mean to drop that conversation, President Usher. Oh, early November. I scrolled up way too far. I didn't even mean to drop that conversation line. So fusion. Fusion is another technology that is possible. They've made it happen, just not sustainable yet. Yeah, definitely makes sense to me. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to see if it's possible to... I just don't have any use cases for it at the moment, and I don't want to test it in this app. It's an odd way of doing interceptors. Like, I was just interested in maybe finding out whether or not... You know, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Custom attributes. And this was called intercepts location attribute. And it was public sealed class. And I like how nullability is turned on. And they, in the docs, they don't use nullable thingies. Look at Castle Core async interceptor and the guide. Yeah, I need to keep track of these. Where is my personal tab? Bookmark. .NET Interceptors. Save. I need that one, and I need this one. Bookmark. Got him. Okay, the interceptor works on our production website, making a try catch on all of our services, so we don't have to write try catch every time on each method. The thing that I want to use it for are our oh gosh. Never mind. That wouldn't work. Anyway, like making some kind of wait, what's your name? Yankos 1985. I don't remember you, but you've been here before. How long ago? Because I think I told you this, but my original AI invention mind came up with a book. Not a book, a product called Junko. It's been a few months. Sorry for forgetting. I suck at this. But anyway, we were just talking about interceptors, which are ways for you to intercept calls to methods and run your own code. And I posted this resource. So you have those two resources that Scott posted. And then here is a video about them from Nick Chapsis when they were still in preview. I mean, they're still probably in preview. Looks like there's another more recent video. Yeah. Do we still need to? Yeah, and I think this is the document that Scott gave us. But it... Yeah, okay. So there is more to do. Which this is even more different than than what that document, the one that Scott gave us, said to do. This has an interceptors preview namespaces property in your CS proj. What? Yeah, this is the hard one. What happens when the method moves? But anyway, what I was trying to get at is it would be nice if instead of taking the file name, line and column, it took a method reference, member info. Is that what they're called? Color member name. Or something. Anyway, some way that you pass it the assembly, fully qualified assembly name, and then it would use that instead. All right, this interceptor works on it. I already read that. I'm good at this. Back before that cheating with address randomization that words are hard enough to read. Back before that, cheating with address randomization that I can't remember what it's called. Interceptors during execution was real easy. You just changed the pointer value to have it jump to your application instead. So assembly type manipulation, is that what you're talking about? Kinda. Like during runtime, poke the loaded application in RAM. Yeah. Things of this nature. Oh my goodness. Interceptor. Eventually. Okay, anyway, let's get the bot started back up. While we're still talking, I am going to head on over to Figma for the fun of it and make a target. Let's make a target. We have an arrow, we have archers, 2 types of archers. Let's make a target. Jump to this function was always in the same offset in the running application, and RAM access wasn't as limited as it is today. So you just got the address where the application you wanted to intercept was, went forward a specific amount of bytes that you'd figure out before, and rewrote a pointer to have it jump to your code instead of its own code. And Mojo will be right back. We will be right here, Mojo. Today you get a memory out of range error and it crashes. Gotcha. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called. But we still do have code injection vectors in .NET. Attack vectors? Okay. What if we made the arrow on his bow this big? Or their bow. Nondescript humanoid figure. Because that's not hacking. Not at all. Oh, Mojo says try looking for the extension version in not VS Preview. Weird to say, but I see screenshots with gear icons next to the install button. Hello, Peter. Double the size of the arrow, at least. What is this, an arrow for ants? I like your apostrophe button. They removed the gear icon. Okay, BRB for real. We'll be here. So yeah, targets. What do targets look like? Targets in 2D look like this. That's a target. Done. We have our sprite for the target. Oh, such a special kid. All right. Even though it is not going to be realistic, we are still going to turn the target a little bit like this. I will make it so that when, oh yeah, we need to get connected and everything. When the target is showing up, I'm going to offset it so that the center of the target will be the vertical plane that we're actually going to be shooting at and interacting with and hitting. Does that make sense? Because it sure didn't to me. Oops, I hit Control C. Violent, not realistic? How dare. Are you guys all hanging out in the same places? Speaking of, the only place that I'm hanging out currently is Bardaki's stream, and there's a lot more people that I follow currently live. I went straight from our stand-up that starts at 9:30 and is supposed to, starts at 9:30 and is supposed to end at 9:45, and I start my stream at 10:30, so right at 10:30, which is why I started a couple seconds late, is when I hung up from my daily stand-up. Which is why I make so much fun of stand-ups when we have community day and I make everyone do their stand-up at the end. Wait, I was on Code Red Games as well. Coding Garden, there's Noble Lemon, so many good streamers on. Anyway, I had to mute Bardaki right when I got into my stand-up, and then I never unmuted the tab, which made me forget that I am lurking on people's streams. And thank you so very much, Zulius. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And there is no problem whatsoever. There is no requirement to ever sub to this channel. Whether you do or don't, you are a valued member of our community. I don't have very many sub-related things that would make you want to sub anyway. I got like 2 emotes. One of them I think everyone can use. Maybe both of them everyone can use. I don't know. Anyone have any experience with GitLab? I do not. Frozen chicken. What is that from Thindle? Food making is over. Oh, frozen chicken, arrows, not frozen chicken. You heated up some chicken. Got it. I thought it was a quote from something because I don't know stuff. Oh, so many chats that I missed. So like Peter said to Zulius, funny to see you here. And then I asked a question. Sometimes even his place. The issue that he's on at 3 a.m. Maybe those weren't intended for me, Tyndall. Maybe a different chat. I don't remember talking about Balint, other than saying you have a nice apostrophe. I didn't say anything about Balint not being realistic. Speaking of Balint, if you don't know Science Streams, definitely check him out. He will be doing an event tomorrow because he is celebrating 1 year as Twitch partner, and they are putting him on the front page of Twitch. And so he will be right there up front. I don't know what time, but if you're subscribed to him, you'll know when he goes live. think you asked if I was hanging out in the same places. Oh, yeah, I was asking if Zulius and Peter were hanging out in the same place because of Peter's comment, funny to see you here, to Zulius. And LiveCoding and I have a bit of a running gag in a gaming channel, and that's what it was about. Oh, yeah. Anyway, the question is still out there. Does anyone have any experience with GitLabs? I do not. I've only ever used GitHub. And there he is. Hello, Balint. Let me give you a little preview of what you might expect. Actually, it's going to be chaos tomorrow, but here's a little preview of what you might expect on Balint's stream. There.
Oh, it just shed its exoskeleton.
It did.
Taking a picture of that. Look at that. It just came out of its exoskeleton, y'all. We just saw it shed its exoskeleton.
Incredible stuff. Anyway, you'll see a whole bunch of really nerdy, sciencey type stuff on his channel, and it's really fun to watch, except when he shows spiders. Which is not often. But really, really interesting and cool stuff. He's a great guy. Really fun to hang out with. Really awesome to be around. Check him out. Balint Science Streams. And again, check him out tomorrow. What time your time and what time zone are you in? Is it tomorrow? And are you streaming tonight? And also, is it maybe just on your calendar and I can look at that and not have to ask you to interrupt yourself and type? Okay, we got a schedule. So, in about 7 hours, Balint has a stream scheduled for Science News of the Week. Okay, I can smell the chemicals. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Awesome. Satisfactory arachnophobia mode. Wait, Satisfactory has an arachnophobia mode. It changes spiders into... I don't know if I want to click on that. Because knowing you, it would be a lot of spiders. Or something else that is just as bad. And I don't want that right now. I really, really don't want that right now. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't mind being Rickrolled. Rickrolling is... I love that song. I mind having a whole bunch of things that I am... what's the word? Yeah. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah, just as terrorizing. No, I'm kidding. What even is this? Changes spiders into 2D images of cats. Yeah, you can. Sorry. Pulling you in now.
Okay.
You are in. And I heard you.
Welcome everyone to me. I'm sorry, I'm just saying words. I don't.
You're good. You're good. If Dukasoft was here, this would have already been done. We're doing a proper shout out for Peter LiveCoding for his once in a millennia stream.
Yep. I did not even stream even once Advent of Code. Not even once. And that's
you
when I
kind of
get the
did.
biggest urge.
You kind of did. We did that one day on Friday.
Is that like a... Okay, I can't remember. I thought that was a year
We did.
ago.
We did a
That might have
half
been literally...
Advent.
Oh,
But I mean, it was you and me on
okay.
on this on Community
It
Day.
wasn't a year ago?
Oh,
Dude,
a year
I
ago.
can't remember anything.
No, that was like
it might have been...
a month ago.
Okay, I can't remember nothing. Anyway, life is good. So, what are we doing besides reading chat?
Oh.
Just don't read chat. We don't deserve it.
I was making a target sprite. Oh,
Okay. It's beautiful.
which is hard because perspective and stuff.
Oh no! If you're actually trying to make it nice, like just
Not
give up.
really. Just give up.
I am serious about that. Just do give up. And you're saying this is sprite, so it's like pixels, right?
Well, it's gonna be an SVG. That's all.
Okay, that's even scarier. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good with perspective. Oh, so like
This
you.
is something like we all secretly have this urge for game dev, right? Like I'm a man enough to admit it.
Yes.
But I will say, like, my urge for game dev would be to build something, but not like this is like actively like I tried to do Quake maps whenever Quake was new, and I was really bad at it, and it was really slow, and I was like, how does anyone do this? And it was apparently the same tool that the level people did. By the way, it's looking better. But it was just so painful. I was like, and so I feel the same about 3D modeling, like, and of course I feel the same about this. Well, that looks great when you zoom incredibly far in.
Oh yeah.
So when you're running it, when your target is in fact that size, it will look great on the screen.
Yeah.
So I do have design sense. I'm just gonna tell you, it's gonna.
I have none.
It's too like if you actually want to shrink back down, you need to look carefully at your target.
Yeah.
You could also just
I
commit
will.
what's it called, insurance fraud, IP theft, and just steal someone else's target. So
I like it as insurance fraud better. Let's go with that.
Words are hard. We don't deserve being read. See, that's the thing. I have to assault the members of chat. That's part of my brand, is to assault the members of chat verbally, or mostly verbally. Let's put it that way. Yankos has to head up for a meeting. Good luck.
Hey, Yankos.
Napalm says calc and geometry. No thanks. I fully understand. Napalm, I fully understand. I'm not saying I enjoy. I just want to have it done. You know, there's a comment about writing, and this I think applies to everything that's fun. People want to have written a book, but they don't actually want to write a book. Does that make sense? So it's kind of, I think I fully embrace the idea.
I want to have written my book already. You are absolutely right.
And like the act of actually sitting down and actually doing the work is like totally. I mean, you've got your stream thing. You have a creative outlet.
Yeah.
You're allowed to just say, hey, I stream 3 times a week. That's my creative outlet. Like, you're allowed. I'm not saying that's the end all, but just whatever. That looks good, by the way. That looks good even at that size. Napalm says, I wanted to go to school for that and realize maths and I don't get along. Agree. I get it. Bindle says, I hear 0 good things about actually writing a book. See, I insult y'all in chat, and then
we get topic expert.
Tons of work, and you'll probably not sell very many copies. I will say, Thindle, like, I can't even find regular sci-fi fantasy on Amazon anymore. Like, that used to be a bookseller, and it's really hard to like discover stuff now. So even for published books, so self-published is like okay. Even self-published, like even actual published with an actual publisher, they're hard to find on Amazon because, you know, all the whatever the algorithms are doing, it's bad news for me.
Yeah, like for me, like if your goal is to sell copies of your book, that's one thing. Like, I just want to write my book so it exists. I have a story that I think doesn't exist in the world that I want to tell. I mean, there are elements of it that do exist that I just want to tell, and I couldn't care less if people
it sells.
Read it.
If it's
or if it
Lord of the Rings, you don't care if it becomes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I just want it to exist in the world.
Thindle was thinking tech books. I think that's even more miserable, Thindle, because tech books are like a path. Like a lot of people use it as a path into like getting sales and consulting and like credibility. And it's just, I don't know, man. I think Thindle, if you actually wanted to write a book, you could go to, what is it, Pact Publishing. And they have small books that you could write. You could find a mini topic, and they would love to publish you. Pact does those like 4-chapter books, but I think there's no money in it. And then you realize you put it on your resume, and it doesn't actually change anything, and you're like, oh. That's what. Anyway, all right.
Game dev.
Zulia says, regarding math, I got that conclusion directly from my math teacher back in the day. I'm going to singularize it, by the way. It's math teacher, singular, because I'm American. But just know, I read it and then chose not to pronounce the S. That's how it goes.
I say maths because I got conditioned to.
Yep.
I say maths and H.
Yeah, H is not an American thing. That is very much not American. But I'll allow it. What do we got? Do you visit Grumpy Game Dev? I don't know him. I don't know. I don't think I've ever visited.
Yeah, I think I've been to his channel or to their channel once, but I couldn't tell you. Right now they have a hamster on camera.
There's a lot of
guinea pig is what I said.
Streaming, and he saw some of the books I have in my background, and he turns out he knows the authors. Nice. Jimmy from Coding After Work wrote a Pact book, like 300 pages. That's actually pretty big for Pact, in my opinion. He's also on the 3rd edition, and it's selling so. Like, the money is not worth it, period. Like, the money's not going to be worth it. If you sell your time consulting at the lowest rate possible, you will do better than writing a book. IMO. Slarda Bartfast? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Slarda Bartfast was the president from Hitchhikers. I read that book, and that's it. I don't think I've watched anything since then.
So if you haven't actually seen the movie, then how do you know that that's the pronunciation?
I don't. I just read. He said pronounce it, and I tried my best. So I read it. You know, you read the book, and I am literate because I don't know how to pronounce words I can read. Yeah. Although that is like a proper name, and it, you know, who knows? Oh.
There's a guy who designed parts of the biggest computer ever, aka Earth.
Well, he's part of Hitchhikers. I can't remember. Look, don't ask me. It was like high school for me, which is like saying, you know, don't ask. It's a long time. Anyway. So you've got your flawless
arrow. I mean,
arrow and thing.
Wait, I already have a target sprite. And this is how we make a sprite. We draw it up in Figma, copy as SVG, make it our Razor file, paste it. We have a target sprite now. The end.
Right. Let's see what. Let's do it.
We need to put it
Unless you
in
wanna do something else.
where?
Hard code
Where
it.
does it go?
Hard code it. It takes up the left side of the screen, and I mean the entire left side of the screen.
the target.
Yeah, at least or larger.
What is this? A target for? Wait, no, we already did that. It needs to be at least.
Discworld. I've never read them. I'm aware. I've never read them. So Discworld, it's a thing.
It says Douglas Adams and Terry Pratchett. Is that who you're talking about
Not me.
regarding
They're the
Discworld?
Discworlders. I think so.
I looked up Discworld because you told me to. Not you, Zulius.
Mm.
That's it. That's as far as I got. I looked it up. Adams wrote Hitchhikers. Pratchett wrote Discworld. Got it. Target. I'm fancy. The place I shop at is not called Target, it's Target.
Yeah, that old joke. Yeah.
When a light intro, watch the Color of Magic miniseries. Hilarious.
Where's
Just
it
remember
streamed,
that
Kendall?
your humor is
Oh, wait, I'll look
vastly
it up.
different than my humor. Vastly. What am I
Video,
looking for?
Freebie with ads. Okay, well. Okay, it's on Freebie with ads. Cock TV. Okay. There you go.
What did
Cool.
I think of Hitchhikers? I don't remember it. I watched the movie Hitchhikers, never read it, and I don't remember it.
My favorite thing
But-
about Hitchhikers was the faster than light engine. That was the fastest in the world. They had invented a new faster than light engine, and it was powered by the speed of bad news traveling. So the problem was wherever they arrived, no one was happy to see them because they always brought bad news with them. So that was the joke.
Oh man, I watched I've been watching a lot of space related stuff just because it suddenly became super duper interesting to me. So the most recent thing that I watched, and it was actually this morning, was about what would happen if we even had a communication system that we could send messages faster than the speed of light. And so there's this entire graph thing, and it shows how even that will break all of our physics. It'll break our universe. It'll break everything, because what'll happen is it'll send a message out, and whoever is receiving it will receive it before the event that they're talking about happens. And then anyway, it's a big thing. It's a thing, you know. What am I gonna do? How do we do this? Oops.
Hey, so you're doing a custom element named a target.
Hi. So this is a Blazor component. We're making a class
Razor,
target.
Okay, I'm learning.
That way it doesn't break stuff. And since we have our CSS defined in the parent for the target, the only thing that I care about being defined in the parent for the target is not the debug stuff. Is the target position. Okay, so you all go together like so. So now the target, the reason I have to use this : deep is because I'm defining the CSS rule in an isolated CSS file. And this is a parent component, and then the child component is target. So in order to access its elements, I need to use : deep. Deep.
Is deep a Blazor thing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Specifically. And what this does is when it renders an element, it gives it a custom attribute that's b dash some random number or random string of characters. And that's how it isolates CSS to just that. So all of these CSS rules will eventually turn into .target for attribute b dash. So square bracket b dash, something like this.
In real life.
Yeah.
Whenever.
In real life.
Okay. Or on the webpage, which is as real as it gets. Yeah, nothing is more real than the website. They're talking about FTL, by the way. I'm not.
Yeah, so that whole
FTL. Good luck.
It's a graph that looks like this. This is space, this is time, this is speed of light, 45 degree. And then if you go faster than that, then change the angle and then the reflection and the anyway. But then I also watched the video on warp drives and how they're physically possible, like because of physics, our current physics, they're possible, but not practical. We have way too many hurdles to get over. Yep. Something on the order of 30 million suns, or they brought it down from 500 million or some massive number to in the tens
of millions.
Of millions.
Yeah.
Of suns.
And the 10 sounds normal. And then you say of millions. Oh.
Yep. Some theories require an object with negative mass to be able to warp space around it, and yeah, which might be a small issue, because there is nothing that generates negative mass, but they're trying to make it happen in the 90s by smashing things together really, really fast. Crazy stuff. Anyway, I need the... Oh, how did we do it with the archer? Yeah, we're still positioning it here. Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah. It looks like broken.
Yeah. It's South African. We're doing all the...
I don't know where it came from. It came out. It's what I decided to say.
Just like when I joined the stream and I said a stream of words that didn't make any sense.
Welcome to the live
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. You've joined us talking about broken stuff. Ooh, I like how our names sit right on top of the error. We're both errors. Managed to drop it to test dropping an antiproton. Turns out it has normal mass and is affected by gravity the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, that stuff has been interesting me lately, but I don't know enough about it to have a very good conversation about it. I think that's what's making me really want to have theoretical and idea man type conversations, because there's so much possibility that could actually exist at the same time. So dreaming and future thinking is what my introverted intuition function wants to do all the time. And I want to talk about it with my extroverted thinking. So tell me, what does the future of computing look like, Peter?
Computing? Oh man.
Yep.
By the way, Abadus says howdy. I also say
Hi.
howdy.
You can watch a video that explains antimatter. It doesn't actually generate anti-gravity. But yes, computing itself, like right now we interact with the Windows operating system on a 2D flat screen using peripherals, a keyboard and mouse or touch.
I don't know. I've never actually, I'm not much of a big think. I mean, I am. I think about stuff, but I'm not like a big thinker who like, have you ever watched those future technology things? Like there was at least 10 years ago a sizzle reel for like the power of user interfaces on new glass technology. And it was powered by the glass industry. And it turns out basically we have iPhones now. And we're basically doing exactly what they said, except the difference is they were like, we're going to have this glass pane that looks like glass, and then it's going to turn opaque. And I think even that's coming to pass or is getting productionalized, but like the folding phone. Anyway, what I'm saying is I don't really think about it, but I'll just say it's my favorite quote on all of this is that, what is it? The future is here. It's just not evenly distributed.
I like that.
So the idea is some people are, updating a Shockwave Flash plugin. Other people are doing COBOL stuff literally from 70 years ago. Not 70, 50. We can say COBOL's 50 solid, maybe 40. Like they might literally be working like it was 40 years ago if they're working in COBOL. That's still real. And then .NET developers might kind of work. Actually, we've kind of been coming along with the rest of everybody. JavaScript developers, they'll all have committed suicide or whatever. I shouldn't say that aloud, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's a bad time if you're in JavaScript. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then you might get more crazy stuff like, these LLMs you could describe. I would like to make a video game. And like there's so many video game builders, like the Dreams on the PlayStation. Like those type of things could use an LLM. But we don't fully know how yet. And people are building it right now, but most of us are still just updating CRUD websites and me or
modernizing
keeping the vulnerabilities out.
Yeah, that's the other one. It's more like maintaining existing sites, because the owners of them, especially government agents or places, they don't want to change anything about it, because if you do, it'll break the entire system. It's like, we have modern ways to do that, It's like, no, this has been working for the past 60 years, so we have to keep it working this way. Do not change it. We can't risk breaking anything. Okay. But I did like your answer, though.
About the opaque glass.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it. Don't go to a bathroom that has opaque glass, that has optional opaque glass. It's the dumbest idea. What if it fails?
What if it fails?
You're just pooping.
So what I just showed was the Volkswagen ID7, which isn't out yet, and the sunroof in that. And I also think the Lucid Air or Lucid Gravity has it, but the sunroof has they're calling it panoramic sunroof with smart glass feature, where you slide your finger on this little touch sensor and it makes it opaque, and then slide it the other way and it's clear.
Okay. What do we got? COBOL's more than 50 years old at this point. Mid-60s, right? Yeah. 59. Okay. Wait, when y'all talk about repulsor forces, like I'm just not reading that one aloud. I just know that I saw it and didn't do anything.
Well, the thing is that it stays. Oh my gosh, that is massive. It stays opaque until you put a charge through it, and then it becomes clear. And you would think the opposite. It's clear until you put a charge through it. You're pooping in public.
Yeah. Hasn't happened yet, but it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. So you just need to take a firm stance, otherwise you're eventually pooping in public. So
yeah. So Findle was just backing up what I said.
Oh, well, look, I'm holding to it. I'm not going to be swayed by facts. Yeah.
Nice.
Showing the PC assembly inside. Dang. You know, I've always just wanted to hide my PC assembly. I have always been ashamed of the RGB gamer type thing. Like, always. So, whenever I used to buy hardware, I would try and, like, rip out or disable the LEDs.
RGBs.
Like, I would...
RGBs. Yeah. That's funny because... So, you didn't hear that because you're not listening to the stream, but Apocalypse is here. Anyway, right underneath me, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but is... Actually, you know what? I have another one. Hold on. Except it's somewhere else entirely. Anyway, I bought a couple of gaming mousepad things, which are like the desk-sized mouse pads, and I got the ones with LED edge strips.
Okay.
And I love them because we're going for a vaporwave look down here eventually.
Okay.
And this was our first bit of it, and it's really nice. They're really nice.
All right. Well, enjoy. Everyone else aside from me, enjoy. You know, I know I'm outnumbered. Don't worry.
They look like these.
Yeah. It has like a glow on the ring on the outside. Yeah.
Except that this thing lights up too on mine. And it's a picture. The image on it is a Tokyo scenic type thingy in vaporwave style.
By the way, are you a wireless mouse guy?
I am.
See, I'm
Trackball.
not. And
wireless trackball.
Oh, wireless trackball. All right. So, what about gaming? Do you game with a trackball? Like
Wireless
if it's
trackball.
Quake. You will do a first-person shooter with a trackball.
Mostly because I don't care about like being the best or winning.
Okay.
So
I'm
like
just curious.
any advantage you
I
get,
do
like
judge.
you know, that latency from wireless stuff. It's like single player RPGs, action RPGs. I'm playing Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise, for example, and you could definitely feel the input lag when playing that.
Oh, really? So you actually
You'll-
can. I was
Yeah.
going to just say, like, forget about input lag. I'm just disturbed that you use a trackball. But that, I am judging now. I'm getting a little judgy.
You are
By the
allowed,
way.
absolutely.
Zulius, call you
I
Julius.
like Zuleus. Maybe that's probably the right way to pronounce it. I've been pronouncing it wrong all the time.
My main board has an annoying red LED that shows the memory is in XMP mode, whatever, and the clear side is positioned toward my bed. Took some time getting used to. Look, this is why I want it covered, or at least like just off. And the Logitech Lightspeed models are said to be actually lower latency than wired USB because the protocol is way slower. Yeah, as long as you don't do Bluetooth. I can't do Bluetooth most places anyway. Yo, Vendel goes
This
all Bluetooth.
keyboard is also like I had to get this thing replaced, so I thought I'd be able to use the same unifying Logitech dongle, and they shipped it with a brand new type of dongle, and I think it's this Lightspeed dongle thing. So since they only gave me one of those, and I use it on this computer, when I'm on my gaming computer and I'm playing, I'm using Bluetooth with the keyboard only. So that's kind of annoying.
As long as it works. Like, depending on where you are, like, I've had very bad luck with Bluetooth devices, and
yeah, this thing
it's
disconnects
whatever.
often.
Oh, it does.
Because these are Bluetooth, the keyboard is Bluetooth, and they're both using the same device, excuse me. And then sometimes my headphones will just suddenly disconnect, and then when they come back on, my keyboard buttons are reversed. Like, I don't know what it means, reverse. Instead of pushing like enter to go to the menu or escape to go to the menu, it's the opposite, and it's like, how? What just happened?
That is weird. Very weird. I love it. Thindle is all Bluetooth, which is the path of
Any
the
faster
path of
reactions than that,
madness.
I don't care. Because I can't be bothered.
Yeah, can't be bothered. I can't read that. There's more European stuff because no one says CBA in America.
I didn't know that until somebody said it at me, and I'm like,
British.
what?
Oh, hey, what? Yeah, I don't. I'm about to do some offensive stereotyping. All right, it is time.
I mean, I just did, so I broke hearts. Yeah. May as well.
Yeah, look. I mean, but it's all in love. It's all in love.
It
right?
is.
Like,
it is.
We get it. We can get away with it because we love all people. All right.
Yes.
My keyboard has wired USB mode, 3 separate Bluetooth modes, and a 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Quite happy with that. Wow.
Well, I really like the top of this one.
British CBA. That one says arse in America.
It's British only, not European.
I guess it's anywhere Commonwealth, just not Canada and US. I don't think Canadians say. That is, I'm just a scared man who has to be wired. Everything has to be wired. I even plug in network jack and ran it. Anyway, so
You are
like,
not Swedish.
I
You're
hate
Swedish.
wireless.
Yeah. So the dongles, I think, like the Logitech unifying dongle, I believe is 2.4 gigahertz. But you're about to help me stay on top of things. That looked like.
You mean like leave in 2 minutes? Is that what you mean by stay
Yeah.
on top of things?
Yeah.
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 It's good they sell them separate because those things are easy to lose. I guess once you plug
Yeah.
them in, you're done. You just never unplug
Yeah,
them
yeah,
once you plug them in.
I have. Well, the
Find a
thing
place
is that
to
they
plug
come
them
with
in.
every device that you get. So now I have like 4 unifying dongles, and with the new Logitech stuff, with their new Lightning or whatever it was called dongles, Lightspeed, you can't use them with it. So it's like they're making them obsolete, so that you have to buy new products, and it's annoying. I hate marketing stuff.
It's
like
superior, in theory.
that. It's superior.
I'll never know because literally this headset, which hopefully sounds good, is
It does.
a wired USB headset. And there's not many of those anymore, by the way. There's
My
like a bunch
first one was wired, and it came with its own little sound card on the USB thing. And
Yep,
it was like
that's
the
what they
best
gotta do.
headset thing I ever had. It was
But-
nice.
Then you quit. Well, I guess
Then I
you're
quit.
doing what you're doing now, which is no headset. But
Yeah. Well, the Bluetooth not covering my ears thing. APOC changes name color.
APOC also has a good point. Bluetooth, in theory, they can hack your Gibson and just steal your keystrokes. That, yes, yeah, they can, but like, it's not a real threat. But
You say that now, and
yeah,
then suddenly something's gonna happen.
I say this as the wired keyboard user. Just telling everyone else to.
You guys
Go
that
ahead
are
and
using
use
Bluetooth,
wireless.
just keep using it. It's fine. It's not
Yeah,
a real
it's fine.
threat.
There's no security issues. And with that, we gotta close out. Are you ready?
Yeah, we do. Yes.
We gotta
stand
close
up.
out the stand up. Oh man, this has been a long stand-up, but I think we got a lot done. I think we covered a lot of ground. We're gonna have to circle back to the items in the parking lot, but otherwise, yesterday I updated the Jira ticket. Today I made a pull request. No blockers.
Awesome. I just love how he drops immediately after. Oh my gosh. You're the best. You're amazing. I love hanging out with you. Thank you for being here today, Peter. My stand-up, I made a target SVG and added it to our UI, and now it's taking up too much space, so I need to position it. My blockers are time. I need time. So if someone else has time, can I borrow some? If not, oh well. Looks like I'm dead in the water anyway. You have to commit to the bit, absolutely, and it's awesome. But anyway, that is it for our time. We'll be back again on Monday for some more. Like, we're almost done with the bot detour, I'm sure. Once we finish the target itself, I'm just going to leave it as is. And then we will head back to the financial management tracking application and do some real redesign work. See if we can make it look official and stuff. It'll be great. It'll be grand. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed your day, and will continue enjoying your day and enjoy your weekend. Reminder, check out Balent stream tomorrow. And for everyone else, we have a whole bunch of friendos that are live. Gosh, who to go to? We rated Big Gamey on Wednesday, but I love rating him. Solo Solipsist is live, and I love rating him on Fridays because he does mixed reality stuff, and I am very, very, very much into mixed reality. So Muniz, I've never rated Muniz. I don't think I'm even following Muniz. What kind of development does Muniz do? Unity, Metroidvania type game. Yeah, I'll do Muniz. I love Metroidvania games and such. Let me get him in my multi-stream. And then I will actually drop a follow when I show up there. Let me unmute, get all of my volume levels ready, and we'll start the raid. Okay, so once again, thank you for being here. We'll be back on Monday from 2 hours ago. Raid. Muniz. How many Z's? 2. How many Z's? 2 Z's. 2 O's. I hope. All right, raid started. Definitely feel free to hang out with us. He's doing Unity development, making a Metroidvania style game. I love Metroidvanias. Metroid by itself, Castlevania, all of the Castlevanias, save the more recent ones. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I'll post a recording of this video of this stream to YouTube no sooner than 24 hours after I end the stream. If you feel like it, feel free to join our Discord. We're a pretty quiet bunch on my Discord, at least. They might be vocal and loud everywhere else, but my Discord is a fairly quiet place. But when people do ask questions, they typically get responses. So feel free to head there if you want to ask questions, if you want to answer questions. Show up there. Otherwise, I'll see you again the next time you're around, whenever that happens to be. Ciao for now. Oh, yes, and like I said, I'll be lurking on everyone's stream. Big Gamey, Muniz, Solo, Bardecki.